Guys, what's going on? So I think I think you guys are about due for a cold start. What do you guys think? We're about to do this. Ooh, I tell you what, it is cold. Here we go. Come on. Woo! Yeah, that's definitely a cold start. My camera is actually fogging up. I guess we're back in the house. Here we go. Hey guys, what's going on? Good morning. It's the next day after that first segment I gave to you guys there with a cold start. I figured that's something I need to do since this is a vehicle channel, you know. I'm actually doing a service right now, as you can see, on a vehicle that I've done before. It's 2014 through 17, I guess probably 18 too now. Chevrolet, Tahoe, probably GMC Yukon too, I would say. You know, all that stuff. You can look up that video if you want to. I want to go over something with you guys that, I mean, it's a little irritating, but I try not to get mad about stuff. But it's a little irritating because it keeps coming up on these oil change videos. And I'm going to bring up a couple theories. So, a lot of people, I've gotten comments from several people, and personal messages maybe even from several people saying, you're not putting the filter on right, you're putting it on too tight, why ain't you filling up the oil filter before you start it, it damages the engine, all this crap. Well, I'm just going to try to lay all that to rest right now, guys. Now, I'm going to start this off by saying, obviously, they do not build vehicles as tough as they used to back in the day. Well, with that being said, that might have a little bit of a damper on this issue, but if you think about it, my dad's been doing oil changes on vehicles for almost 30 years now, here and at another place that he worked before he got the job here. So you only really fill up oil filters on like diesels, but they have the big tall filters, and you put like a quart or something like that in it, and then you put the rest of the 12 or whatever quarts in the engine, and then you fire it up. Well, that's such a big hole to fill that it actually could make minor, very minute damage to the motor, and that's a possibility. That's not a going to happen kind of scenario. So with that being said, like this right here, we've got an oil filter, 27045. I don't fill those up with oil whenever I put it back on the truck. Let's put the sun gun on there, I put the bolt or put the oil plug back in there, tighten everything down, and I like to get them tight, that way I know they're not going to come loose, because we've had people come in here on several occasions, not several occasions, I think 3 times since I've been working here in the 2.5 years, 2 years, something like that, I don't know, that people have come in complaining that their oil light has come on or something. We check it and it's low, maybe a quart on oil, and we jack it up and see what's wrong with it, and the oil filter had come loose. Well, sometimes stuff like that just happens, so we hand tight cram them down with our hand, like I said, hand tight, and sometimes we can get them off, but a lot of the times I like to just take the oil filter wrench to it because it's a lot faster, and everybody's like, you should not be taking that off with the oil filter wrench. If you are, it's way too tight. You know, I mean, I've actually had a problem one time on my truck where I hand tighted it. I got it hand tight, and I seen it, some drips on the ground about a week or so later after an oil change, and I looked under there and it was coming off the oil filter, so I cleaned it off and I tightened it, and it was just a little bit loose, so I crammed it on there. You know, when it was time to change it, I just took it off with the oil filter wrench. No big deal. I have not had a problem with this truck and neither have the previous owners in this truck's entire life, of it screwing up the threads on the thing, or pulling the threads even, or anything like that, to where the oil filter will not go on or will not stay on. Now, I've covered that. The next thing is damaging the engine. Now, I'm getting several people, like I said earlier, that say you need to fill up the oil filter, you're going to damage the motor, this, that, and the other, and eventually it's going to blow up on you, this, that, and the other, and your company's going to get sued. Bullcrap. Alright? Let me just tell you guys right now. There's several vehicles. Alright, let me try to simple this down here. There's vehicles, I gotta set the camera down. There's vehicles in here, guys, like the Toyota Tacoma. Alright, they've got, I can't remember what V6 it is. It may be a 3.6 VVT, I don't know. I can't remember. But it has the oil filter on the top, and it's a spin-on filter like these. And if you fill it up with oil, common sense would tell you that when you turn the sun gun over to screw it on, it's gonna dump all the oil out. These people are not using their common sense, alright? If manufacturers were gonna create the oil filters to do this, they would tell you to add another half quart, quarter of a quart, or oil or whatever. With that being said, canister filters. Alright, that's another one. That's another big one. There's no way you can fill up a canister filter before you put them on. Common sense would tell you that if you've seen one, which I've done videos on. They're the ones you have to up top normally, except for on Toyota. Some of them are down here. It's a little filter like, I'll get one real fast. Here's one for example. You'll pull the cap out, you unscrew the cap, pull it out, and normally you pull it out from the top and it'll look something like this. Now obviously there's no way to fill this up with oil. So let me put this back. So therefore, if it was going to damage the motor, it generally probably would have done, at least taken its toll by now, since these filters like this have been out for, well, in Toyotas they've been out for probably 10 years or so, something like that. I'm not sure specifically, so don't hold me to that. Now, find the old plug here. Trying to multitask, it's kind of hard for someone that has ADHD. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys, just kind of point out why, try to give you guys an idea of why you could, if you were in my shoes, how that would be irritating to hear that, or to read that all the time in the comments and stuff like that, about how you're gonna get sued, or some, metaphorically, get sued for blowing up someone's engine because you've been damaging it for 20 years by not filling the oil filter up with oil. It's just, I mean, it's just one of those things, guys. It's not gonna happen. I mean, the oil changes that we do here, I mean, we go through everything. I don't cover all that in the video because that would make the video way too long. But I'm just, I can maybe one day, if I'm still, if I'm still here before I leave, I should say, I could make one of those if it was requested. But I covered it. I've covered that kind of stuff in several videos as well, guys. I'm trying to take the plastic off this oil filter. You know, i.e. holiday maintenance. One of my videos that I put on the end of several of my other videos to get people to watch, because it's stuff that people need to know, that a lot of people would not know. Like, for instance, I didn't realize how close I was just then. Gosh dang it. See watch. Hand tight. And I'll show you guys, it's not Gosh dang it. It's not quite that tight. I mean, that's it right there. And watch. I can actually turn it. Does not putting oil in an oil filter hurt an engine? Like, no, I'm not talking about diesels.
No, usually it doesn't.
Okay.
It could on a really cold day if it's been sitting with no oil in it. Morning like this morning, and screw a new filter on it and start it, it could cause.
If you did an oil change like that morning.
Well, before it ever even was run.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I was trying to go over in this video, because I was getting comments on videos saying I'm not doing it right, and we're gonna get sued because somebody's motor is gonna blow up or something because we're not filling up the oil filters of the oil. And I was sitting there, guys. There you go. He just said it's not gonna hurt it at all. So, gosh dang it. So with that being said, guys, I just wanted to make this, I tried to make it a short video, but it turned out to be kind of a long video because I had to go in depth a little bit to help you guys understand what I was talking about. But it is what it is. So with all of that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this upload. If you're a new subscriber, which I know I have a couple, feel free to check out the rest of the content if you have not already. And make sure you guys stay subscribed. For all my returning subscribers, thank you for the support. I just want all of the subscribers to help me get to 150 for that subscriber video. And make sure you guys hit the bell icon so you get notified every time I upload. With all that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, a great new year. We're all going to make 2018 our year, and we're going to hammer down. So you guys make sure you take care and you stay warm, and I will see you guys in the next upload.